5 seconds should be enough. Hi, I'm Joe. With me is Kurt. And this is On the Stick After Dark. And I am playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Because I like Marvel vs. Capcom games. And, yeah. So, heads up, this is some kind of later game stuff, I think, in the campaign mode. So if you're really married to knowing, not being spoiled on really dumb fighting game stuff, you may not want to watch this. But, otherwise, welcome. I just realized I didn't actually tweet about this. Let's start. Hey.
Ultron-Omega! You shall pay for the evil you have wrought upon my people!
Good, evil. We have transcended such limited concepts.
Yeah? We'll transcend this!
Ready!
Oh, that's right. This is what I was doing. So, this is a part where apparently I have to beat this big evil form of Ultron Sigma before, and there's a time limit, and I have not been able to do it so far. I hate that. So I guess we'll see how this goes, but I was having some pretty serious trouble with this earlier.
Hello.
Hey, it's Morbid Coffee.
It's me.
Kurt's still, I guess, checking the volume, or hasn't unmuted his mic, or something.
4.
The
Hey, there you
game audio is a little higher. You are quiet relatively to game audio. Once you actually started fighting, it was fine when the music was playing by itself, but once you started actually fighting and stuff, then it was hard to
And
hear.
part of that might be it coming through on my television as well, so I'll turn that down. Because my mic is close to my TV. Anyways, so yeah, I don't, like, this, yeah, see, I was kind of only half paying attention there, so I just got killed, but, the deal at this point is that Ultron-Omega, I think he is now, yeah, Ultron-Omega is, like, slowly killing Dante in the background, and you, like, have to beat him before he kills Dante, but, like, he kills Dante very quickly, and he doesn't take a lot of damage. Like, if you look at his life bar on the right side, he just, like, he's just a damage sponge. So, like, there's clearly some trick to this that I'm not aware of. But whatever it is, like, I have yet to figure it out. So, that's kind of what I'm doing, is trying to figure out what exactly, the hot strat is here.
I'd say you went a little bit too far the other direction.
So now it's too quiet?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that gets it. Yeah, see, and then Dante dies, and it's like, I don't know. And if you look at his health, it's just like, again, there is some trick that I just have not yet figured out. You have 2 Infinity Gems. You have the Power Gem and the Soul Gem. And as they fill up, you can do stuff with them. But, like the Soul Gem fills your super meter super fast, so that might be, like, part of what you're supposed to do is, like, fill your super meter and then use a bunch of your hyper combos, but I don't really know. Coffee, do you have any dazzling insights?
Do combos.
They don't
Fight better.
They don't do a lot of damage, dude.
Yeah, that balance is better.
Cool.
Falsey asks, is that Sigma Ultron? I believe you said it was Omega.
It's Ultron
Just what I said in the
Omega.
chat.
Yeah. He's Ultron Omega now. When he's Ultron Sigma, he just kind of looks like normal Ultron with Sigma's face in his chest. But now he's
So
like
when you're
good and pissed
doing-
off.
When you're doing those hits, like the bar is flashing, but it's barely moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Falsey says this looks like the shittiest boss fight.
I mean, this is the classic Marvel vs. Capcom sort of boss fight, right? It's like fight a giant dude, and then once you figure out how to beat him, he's super easy, but until you figured out what the trick is, he's annoyingly hard. And that's just a giant annoyance too. This easy hyper combo thing that they added that you can't turn off, near as I can tell, is like not an enjoyable part of this game. Because if you accidentally hit 2 attack buttons at once, you basically just do a hyper combo, even if you don't mean to.
I get that as a boss fight for like a platformer, but not for a fighting game. Yeah, I guess that sounds like that's a trend for this series.
I mean, they're not like SNK boss fights or anything.
Rob
Wait, so, like-
Carey asks, "What's up, Joe? How's MVC?"
Oh, hey, Rob. It's okay. So I just did a bunch of damage to him,
This
and then...
guy
Oh,
is
okay.
kicking the crap out of you.
Well, there you go. Apparently you don't actually have to get him to 0 health. You just have to do a bunch of damage to him.
To do enough.
Yeah.
This game has spoilers for Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. So I can't hear the dialogue 'cause it's not loud enough in my on my TV because I don't have to echo through the thing. So, but
Right.
I trust it's just more like incredibly dumb. Oh, that's right. They built a thing with one of the gems that will attach to Mega Man X that will supposedly let him just like melt Ultron Sigma.
Who's the guy standing next to Iron Man there? Is
Thor?
that from no, in the suit?
What was it?
Stream
leather
is
jacket
dropping
stuff. Is that guy
frames from me.
Is that from
I haven't dropped any frames according to
Dead,
OBS.
Dead Rising?
Yeah, Frank West.
Yeah.
Also,
Falsey
I'm
says
trying
the
very,
dialogue is basically anime.
I'm trying very hard not to say how I feel about this game.
You should say what you feel.
You should say what
I-
you feel, except you
I-
haven't played it, if I'm not mistaken. So.
I think this game is worse than Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and it's
It
like
is worse than Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I also like Marvel
in
vs.
more
Capcom
ways
3.
than
Just
what-
in. This just in. It's worse than Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I know. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I think it's worse than Ultimate Marvel
Spoilers for
versus...
Phase 4.
I think it's worse than Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't think it's worse than Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, I do see chugging on the frame rate.
Is it
as well.
chugging on the...
It's-
Okay. That's
There's
weird.
some characters that are major issues for all the wrong reasons.
So
like-
again, just to be clear, you have not actually played this game? Is that-
I've seen enough of this game to know that I don't ever want to play it because of the shit people are finding.
Right. Here's the secret to enjoying fighting games. Don't try to play them on a pro level.
Don't play Capcom games anymore.
Well, I mean, I feel like I got my money's worth, so... You know, whatever that means for you, I guess. But,
There's
Sure.
just some...
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
know.
You play these games in a much different way than
I
Joe
do.
obviously does. So I'm sure that at that level, all the stuff you're saying is completely valid. You have spent orders of magnitude more time than me doing any of this kind of shit. So.
well, that was bogus.
I don't know, like, Marvel 3's main issue is the way the game itself played. Like, the issues were mechanical issues more than the characters. And then this game is literally just like these are the characters you should be using because no one else can compete.
It was the same way with Marvel 3, dude. That was your exact complaint. Was that like, oh, Phoenix is broken and everybody will just use Phoenix?
No, that was like week 1 though. Like
right,
Phoenix
well,
was broken for the first
it's
week.
still week 1 of Marvel vs. Capcom.
The issue with Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was the fact that if you guessed wrong, you just got locked in infinite combos by the entire cast, and that was stupid because, you know, you should never get locked in an infinite combo for guessing wrong. Like the fact that infinites are basically a dice roll rather than actual skill. Like Marvel 2 combos, Marvel 2 infinites were actual skill. Like if somebody landed an infinite on you, you knew they were good at the game. If somebody landed an infinite on you in Marvel 3, you basically guessed wrong and they got lucky.
So fighting games are fun if you're playing Guitar Hero with them, if you're good at Guitar
Yeah.
Hero. But if you're not good at Guitar Hero,
No.
then fighting games aren't fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a tournament player. I don't aspire to be, so I don't, I don't care about any of that, really. I definitely have quibbles with this game, and I do think that, it's probably the weakest of the Marvel games if you consider Ultimate 3 to be sort of the definitive version of 3, although I think I'm enjoying it more than Vanilla 3. But none of them are devoid of issues. None of them is a
All of
perfect
them have
game.
issues. It's just
I mean, the complaint with
some
2
of them
is that half the roster, or more than half the roster, like 4/5 of the roster is useless in 2 because the roster is so damn big. And the complaint in 3 was initially that Phoenix is broken, and then it's 2 dial a combo or whatever, and now the complaint with 4 is, I guess, it's still 2 dial a combo. I don't know.
too much soup. No, the main problem with 4 is so let me ask you, when you throw a fireball at somebody in a fighting game and they throw a fireball back at you, what do you expect to happen?
Usually they cancel each other out. But
There's a character in the game that literally doesn't trade fireballs and just pierces through everything, including supers. That's the main issue with the game right now.
Right, well, so then I guess everybody should use that character?
You kind of have to because she's that good.
And who is she?
Gamora.
Right.
Like, if you're not using Gamora on your team, you're kind of gimping yourself at a high level, and that's bad. Like, at least Marvel 2, like, even though there were, like, a select few characters that were better than the rest of the cast, you kind of saw different teams. Like, everyone used Magneto, Sentinel, and then whatever their third choice was, just because people gravitate towards whatever the top players are using. But if you look at, like, the highest tier players, almost all of them had different teams.
Right.
So
Well, again, you just said that Phoenix was broken in the first week of Marvel 3, and now you're saying Gamora's broken, and it's still the first week of Marvel 4. So, I mean,
well, Phoenix is broken just because people didn't know how to deal with the mechanics. Gamora's
people
broken
don't
just
know how to
because she
deal with
doesn't
it.
play by the rules. Like, that's dumb. I don't agree with that at all. Like, everyone else plays by the rules of what you expect with a fighting game, and then Gamora's just like, fuck all that, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Sure. I mean, this is also why. I mean, one thing I do like about the game is that it has a very robust story mode, as you're kind of seeing now, which requires you to play as different people. And again, I realize that a lot of people, that's not the point of a fighting game. They want to play with other people. But, for me, I quite enjoy a robust single-player experience because I don't really have anyone to play with, and I generally am not paying for MVC or PlayStation Plus. So, that's sort of where I'm at with it. So, I mean, yeah, I acknowledge that it's... I mean, if you're the kind of person who is interested in fighting games on that level, then you probably already made up your mind. So...
Yeah, Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Yeah, see, even if a Dragon Ball game was fucking sublime, I wouldn't play it because I fucking hate Dragon Ball. So that, that's pretty much where I'm at. I like Marvel Comics and I like Capcom games, and I don't like Dragon Ball. So
Why Sigma says they kind of like the idea of a good story mode, even as a fighting fan. It's a plus for me.
yeah, I think that
So
Mortal Kombat 9 was the first game to really do that.
Yes.
Is that one where he fights Batman?
No.
No. Wait, who fights Batman?
I don't.
Mega Man.
The
All the
Joker.
characters.
No, that's Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe.
Oh, that's the game where the Joker fights Batman.
Yes, one of them.
That's the game where that happens.
That's
yes.
the only game where that happens. Usually he just gets punched. He doesn't actually fight.
Yeah, right.
Why Sigma says kind of wish this had more color to it, like the older MVCs.
It kind of like this is kind of endgame stuff, and everything's sort of bleak and apocalyptic looking, but it's a little more
this one
colorful
does.
than this encounter might lead you to believe. So, yeah.
What are you all playing?
Video games.
Coffee's not playing anything. He's just complaining about stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's his favorite
I'm very bitter because there's a giant line of YouTubers outside the store and I hate them all.
Still, huh?
There's a giant line of YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet potatoes.
No.
Thank
It's
you.
just a row of
I
sweet
was trying to
potatoes.
figure out how to make a similar joke. Good
I
enough.
just figured screw it and just do it. Didn't matter if it actually worked or not.
Alright, so let's hear. What's the address for this thing again?
Twitch.tv /
on the stick. There it is.
There it is.
This is intended for
Joe
mature
fight
audiences.
stuff. Yeah, I meant to. warn
There's
about
Joe.
that.
His
Might not wanna click on
microphone's
that.
moving, and his wife just walked in.
I should probably
This
leave
might be a
that.
commercial.
I was gonna say, Megan
Why is there a
definitely did not
commercial?
walk in at
Oh,
any point.
and now you guys are doing
Because you're
Christina's
not
pizza
logged
rolls.
in.
Hey, that's me. Christina.
Your Totino's
I,
pizza rolls?
yep.
I always thought you were more of an.
Joe, who's that
Indies
big guy?
Which one?
I'm
I
Totino.
don't know. That guy
It's
you're
me.
shooting.
It's you, Totino.
Yep.
You know, if you'd have been here from the
The
beginning,
new-
Anthony, you'd have all this information.
I don't want to.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
I don't want to reveal Nintendo secrets, but you don't actually play as Mario in Mario Odyssey. You play as
What?
Totino.
Man.
He's the
To me,
he's the new
Totino.
Nintendo character.
You find that out like 80% of
Yep.
the way through the game, though, right?
Mario throws his head at a pizza roll and becomes Totino,
That's after you.
the third
play
Mario
as-
brother.
That's why he's clean shaven when he takes his shirt off.
Yes.
So Joe, who's that robot?
That is Ultron.
Is that Sigma? That is Sigma.
Yes.
Sweet. From which game?
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, clearly. Duh.
Ultron Sigma. He doesn't look like anything like Ralph Bettany. Paul Bettany.
Also, not sure if you know Joe. That
I do
Saul-
know
Bettany-
Joe, actually.
Paul Bettany was Vision, not Ultron. James Spader was Ultron.
The Soul Stone super
James
that you
Vader?
did.
Is that Vader's first name?
James Spader.
No. It's James time.
That's right.
The Soul Stone super will revive your partner when they're dead.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Yes.
That's a hot tip.
I was thinking because he took the stone that it was him. Mario Odyssey, you only play as Mario for the first mini chapter of the game,
Yep.
right? Then you become. Your sneaking mission is over.
Uh-huh.
You leave
Right.
the tanker.
Right?
It doesn't bring him back for much.
You give up trying to save the princess and go find your one true love.
You're
Pizza rolls.
Tired of looking through all the castles.
Your one true love,
How many
James Spader.
castles? Yeah. It's just a blacklist.
You
time
beat
issue.
Bowser, and Toad tells you, "Sorry, Mario, the pizza rolls still need 2 minutes to cook."
Bother anyone else that Captain Marvel is a Marvel character?
What,
As opposed to
yeah, like what else would
an
Captain
image
Marvel
character.
be?
Well, like if it was like a DC character.
There is also a DC character named Captain Marvel.
All right.
Are you not aware? Do you not know this?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a
I
Fawcett
know very
Comics
little
character
about
called
comics.
Captain Marvel.
So what
Who
you're
then
saying
became
is
absorbed in DC's, and now they actually had to change his name to Shazam because there was like a lawsuit or whatever. But yes, there is.
So what you're saying is Captain Marvel should be renamed to Captain Detective Comics.
Yes,
Nice.
sounds legit to me.
It's Captain Batman.
Including the world's greatest detective comics.
That's the full name.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bitch tongue.
So
business
what is
card.
what's Captain Marvel's deal? Lay it on me. Is she a Superman wannabe?
She is. I don't know. Fucking look it up on Wikipedia, dude. She's imbued with the power of the cosmos. Something something. Defender of the something something. She used to be. Like.
Does she have a Katamari?
It's not Kamala Khan.
No, Kamala Khan is Ms. Marvel.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she has no rank.
That's right.
When
She's
are
a
they gonna add
civilian.
Stanley to this game?
Yeah, right.
That would be the best Stanley right now.
Is that Carol Danvers then?
That is.
He's
Carol
the final
Danvers, yeah.
DLC.
Captain.
And this version is
Marvel.
the PS4 version, which has an exclusive Carol Danvers outfit for her, where she's wearing her like bomber jacket.
Oh, nice.
So you know, if that's a thing that turns you on, this is the version to get, I guess.
I mean, I do like bomber jackets, I guess. More on me than anyone else, though.
You guess.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a bomber jacket. Do you
That's
own a bomber
great.
jacket?
You'd like it to. No, I don't.
You wouldn't be able to handle it.
Every time he
I can
got
handle
one,
a lot.
He loved it too much, is what I'm saying.
Can we not say that?
It's too late. It's already out there.
It's the extra live stream is going to be Anthony showing up in just a bomber jacket.
Yeah,
And nothing else.
No, it will not. It will
There'll
not
be like a
that.
2-hour
it's okay,
fashion
Joe.
show of bomber jackets.
It's about 20 times bigger than it should be, so it actually wraps around me like a towel.
Are you still talking about the bomber jacket?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good.
What else would I be talking about?
I don't know. Just checking. Something untoward.
Oh no, I'm very toward.
You're way too.
You don't say. So are we? Well, Mike didn't actually show up, so.
He said he was going to bed.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm.
So
I
I
know
looked
Anthony
up
wants to play
Captain
Overwatch.
Marvel on Wikipedia, and there's just like 10 different names, and it's like this person has been Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Yep.
This does not help me at all.
That sounds like comics.
Well, there should be
Yeah,
like a jump
exactly.
to Carol Danvers, and then you can find out about this specific Captain Marvel if you're so inclined.
Is that's what that one is?
That's what this one is.
That is correct. That's what that one is. Nice. Wow. Who drew this? Oh, Frank Cho. That figures.
I mean, as long as it
Carol
wasn't Rob
Danvers.
Liefeld.
Well, I mean, no, she has feet,
Oh, okay.
but she also has enormous breasts
Are
and
you-
thighs.
You're looking at the Carol Danvers Wikipedia
am.
page?
I
I
am.
just looked at that picture.
I clicked
too.
on it, and it's like Ms. Marvel #1. I'm like, Jesus, who drew this? Oh, Frank Cho. That explains it.
It sure does.
Ranked 29th
All right,
in
yeah, I was
Comics
gonna
Buyer's
say-
Guide 100 Sexiest Women in Comics. Because, you know, that's important.
Number 11 on top 50 Avengers. I thought there were like 5 of them.
Oh my god,
There
there's
were,
a billion Avengers.
But now pretty much every hero in the Marvel Universe has been an Avenger at this point, so... Like, Wolverine was an Avenger for a while, Spider-Man's been an Avenger,
I knew Spider-Man had been.
I think all of the members of the Fantastic Four have been Avengers.
At the same time or different times?
Both, I think.
They rotate through. They have like one slot that's just a Fantastic Four member.
Okay.
They just slide
Okay.
through like a rotating.
Got it. Got it.
Like it's like being on call. You know.
Yeah.
You have a pager, and then like for a week you're on call, and then you hand it to the next person. It's very similar. There it is, right there. Powers and abilities. Superhuman strength, endurance, stamina, flight, physical durability. Seventh sense.
What happened to 6?
Apparently, sixth is a whole different thing. Sixth is horseshit. Seventh actually
Durability.
exists.
I just clicked on the entry for durability in Wikipedia.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
It goes to superhuman
Goes
durability.
goes all the way down. That's that rabbit hole is not one you want to go to.
Yeah.
Also, an exceptional espionage agent, pilot, hand-to-hand combatant, and markswoman.
So, is there anybody on who's capable of streaming Overwatch? Because I know if I try, it's gonna slow to a fucking crawl. So,
No.
I'm down to play.
There's a
if
guy
anybody
named-
wants to, but
There's a guy named Dr. Nemesis.
that sounds like a comic book thing for sure.
Isn't he in Marvel vs. Capcom?
I don't know. Maybe.
Should be.
He's on the
I think he was
Capcom
that-
side. He's
I
the
think he was
guy
that
from.
giant head.
He's the guy from
No,
Resident Evil.
no. That's Nemesis with a master's degree. He's not Dr. Nemesis yet.
It's
Oh, got
Nemesis
it.
PhD.
Master
Yeah.
Nemesis.
He only went to Nemesis school for 6 years.
He hasn't gotten his PhD in being a
He hasn't
Nemesis
defended
yet.
his dissertation.
I mean, he is a doctor with the doctor
How
of
I will get those
philosophy.
pesky kids.
His thesis was just 30 pages of stars.
Yes.
We get it. You've dominated Raccoon City. Get over it.
He's the master of it, but not the doctor.
Correct.
Dr. Nemesis was his father.
She's had like 400 different jobs.
But her most important job is
2,
being
3,
Captain Marvel.
4, 5 different aliases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 team affiliations.
Because that's necessary.
She was an Avenger and a new Avenger and a Mighty Avenger and an Ultimate and an X-Man.
How many Avengers are there?
Wait, she was an
And
X-Man?
also-
That doesn't...
Supposedly, it says team affiliations X-Men.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, she'd be considered a mutant?
No, she's not a mutant. She's imbued with the power of the cosmos or whatever the hell.
Dr. Nemesis enhanced his own eyesight, allowing him to see genetic anomalies, including the Nazi clones he primarily hunted.
That sounds legit. I'm suddenly interested in that comic now.
I know.
Dr. Nemesis, Nazi hunter.
Yeah, I thought I assumed
sign me
Dr.
up.
Nemesis was a villain, not a Nazi hunter.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, like a late 40s set adventure comic with Dr. Nemesis, Nazi hunter.
Yeah, is he like Doc
Two-fisted
Savage?
action. Yeah, exactly.
So there's a very good tweet I saw on the way home. I don't know if anybody else saw it on Twitter.
What the hell?
What do you call a row of Nazis?
Oh, I saw this.
I give up.
A punchline.
Ah, nailed it.
Bum. Apparently, she was in X-Men as binary.
So maybe she's a mutant and she has the power of the cosmos or whatever.
Changed courtesy of experimentation by the alien race, the Brood, to a newly empowered character called binary.
Of course.
Drawing on the power of a cosmic phenomenon.
See?
See, there it is, right
Power
there.
of the
All white
cosmos
hole.
shit.
So racist. She can generate the power of a star.
But Frank, but Frank can kick her ass with a plunger and a camera.
No.
One of the things I don't like about this game is there are several people left out from 3, including Phoenix Wright, who is one of my favorite absurd inclusions in this series.
So you object to them being like
I do. Objection.
that? Yeah. So,
Okay, so apparently Dr. Nemesis
MD.
did. Yeah, he is, in fact, a medical physician.
Well, who else would work on his eyes?
Right,
He's not
just
He's
himself.
not like a quack or anything. but do continue.
He apparently made like super mutants for the Nazis, and then later repented and then became a Nazi hunter after the war. But he was only hunting like mutant Nazis.
Huh. So, like Wolfenstein.
I don't know. Is that what happens in Wolfenstein?
In the more recent ones, I don't know. They're not really mutants, I guess. They're like robot augmented. I don't know, Kurt. You played more of that game than I did.
Cyborgs and such.
He's a member of the X Club. What the hell's the X Club?
That's like X-Men adjacent.
But you can smoke
Really?
indoors. It's a private X Club.
Right. It's BYOB, but still. It's full topless.
Then he was in X4. Man, comics are
Dumb.
the worst way. Yes, the worst way.
Sort of what's great about him, though.
Well, yeah. The worst way to catch up or to figure out the storyline of a comic is to read about it
To
on
read the
Wikipedia, though.
Wikipedia entry. Yeah.
Totally is, yeah.
It's just gibberish.
Because they either make everything sound way more awesome or way worse.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But
that's
it's
true.
like a rambling story that like a little kid is making up
Right.
as they
Well,
go
that's-
along because it's just like
'cause
the
that's
next
comics.
sentence is, right.
Right, because they're just hitting the high point beats, right?
Right, so it's like, and then he like stopped this asteroid, and then he teamed up with the X-Men to, and it's like, uh-huh,
Yeah.
yeah, and what else did he do?
Stuff.
Teamed up with the X-Men.
Yeah. Watching you play this game just makes me want to play Mega Man X.
Mega Man X is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know which one.
The first one or the fourth
Well, I
one, because
mean,
those are the
the
two
first
best
one's good.
ones.
Really, the fourth one?
Uh-oh, Coffee's
Seems
got
like
an
you've
opinion.
Been fighting.
I do.
It seems like you have been doing this same fight the whole time.
It's because Coffee likes the sixth one.
The sixth one
Yeah,
is
it's
fucking
my
hot
favorite
shit
one.
garbage, dude.
I love my donuts.
I knew that one was bad. That's why I went with that one.
I
I
used
feel
to
like
like
2 and 3
4.
were there, but like didn't add anything particularly special.
2 is fine. 3 is
Yeah.
fine.
Right? Yeah, exactly. They were fine.
4 is
First
the
one was
one where
good.
you can actually like play the whole thing as 0, and he's like functionally different from X. So
Okay.
that's why that one is actually good.
Is the second one the one where you can like rebuild him?
That's
And the
third
one you play as him?
Oh no, yeah,
Okay.
sorry, yeah, yes, correct.
The $6 million robot.
Yes, we have the
But
technology. We
he's
can
not
rebuild
any.
this
But he's
robot
not.
that we
Oh.
built in the first place.
Which one's the one where he has a jetpack?
That's Mega Man 5.
That's Mega Man 6, you
Oh,
fucker.
you're right. It is. That's Mega Man 6.
I tricked you.
I just played that one too. I should actually know. Yeah, you're right. That's Mega Man 6.
I'm not as dumb as I appear.
Don't give yourself too much credit.
But
I mean,
the
okay,
problem
so
is
I'm
like that. How could you be?
I'm dumber than I appear.
And that's saying something.
Oh,
I was gonna go with you're just as dumb as you appear, but I mean,
okay, that's fair.
You're exactly
There you
as
go.
dumb.
Yeah.
So
Imagine-
You can take it at what later level
Take
you
it in. Look at how stupid looking I am. That's exactly how intelligent I am as well. Anyways, Mega Man X is pretty good.
It is. Mega Man X4
Is
pretty
it
good.
on the Super Nintendo Mini?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe I should buy one of those.
You should.
Kurt has opinions about the Super NES Mini, apparently.
Is his opinion he
So
wants one? He
there's
can't get
all
one?
30 people waiting outside in line today.
My opinion is I want one. I don't know if I'll ever get one.
Oh.
I'm I am more than willing to give someone my money.
Didn't you like skip that system?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why he needs a Mini.
So you should definitely,
part
yeah,
of
you
why I
definitely need
want
to
one.
get one then. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's the best system.
I might know a guy.
I heard that. That's why I
Too,
was saying.
too
I'll
bad
see-
he's
I'll
not
see-
here tonight,
I'll
Eric.
see what happens.
I will also see what happens.
Yep.
All right,
Everyone
if you
will
have,
see what happens.
if this guy finds a third one, I want it.
I think you're stretching it a little too far.
Too bad.
That guy.
I'll tell you
He's
what,
only
you
so
come all
relaxed.
the way to New York, and that guy will sell you one in the store.
Okay. As long as it's guaranteed to be there.
I mean, for the first day, yes.
Wait a minute. What are you saying yes for? You can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
I
It seems suspect to me.
I touched one today.
I'm saying you can't guarantee that if I walk into your store on Friday that I'll get one.
You will have to wait in line with like 5,000 other
With a
people.
bunch of
Right.
YouTubers.
And you won't get 5,000 of them. And so,
filthy YouTubers.
filthy YouTubers.
I
and
mean,
so-
they're limited to one per person,
Sure.
and if anybody tries to come in and buy it again, we have them on record, so if they can't,
right.
You're not going to check those records.
then we do.
I don't believe it.
I feel like
Why
depending
don't-
on how many
why
of
don't you
those
come and
you
find out?
actually have, like that might be easier said than done. Like if I came in and waited in line in the morning and then came right before you closed, like how are you gonna? Who's gonna remember?
You mean, how are we gonna remember who you are?
Yes.
We take your ID, and we have you on record. And
Right,
if you
but-
we can't buy it without showing us your ID card.
What, is it a bottle of bourbon? Like what?
Yes.
I mean, what if I?
I'm skeptical you're
Right,
gonna
I'm skeptical.
cross-reference this list as the
We
day
still
goes
have
on.
like 10,000 people on record from the NES Classic, and I've seen it. So
Right,
But
but
do
I'm
you
saying
actually
who is
check it?
looking through
Yes.
that if someone tries to buy a second one to be
the
like,
red people at the register have to do it. It's on this. It's in the system.
have to look through a list of
They
thousands
just
of
like
names.
punch it into the computer and it spits
Yes.
it out, I'm sure. Like, you know.
No one would ever
This
think to send their
technology
spouse
exists.
in there. Or what if I have a common name? What if my name is fucking like John Smith or Kurt Adam?
Yeah. Seriously.
It's-
Fuck that guy.
I don't know how they do it, but
all
I
the
know is
Curtin
that
Adams that walk
it-
in there to get
it
it.
seems to
Werewolves
work.
are coming to get
and
that
people-
shit all over the place.
Oh no!
It's true.
I'm glad I'm not working the midnight launch now. I don't want to be out there with werewolves.
Don't you?
Scary.
What if they have perfect hair and are drinking pina coladas?
That's even worse.
Sounds even better to me. I'm starting to get tired of this.
I'm getting tired of watching it.
losing this boss fight over and over again. Like, I think I've sort of figured it out, but talking to you knuckleheads, I can't concentrate quite as much as I otherwise normally would, so... Can't
That's
get
odd.
super into this. Yeah, it's really weird that you guys make it hard to concentrate. I've also had, like, a super low-level migraine all day, which has really been, like, unpleasant.
Great.
Yeah, it's really fun. Not crippling, blinding or anything, just like, my head sort of hurts in a very specific way. And it's been like omnipresent since I got out of bed this morning, and it's just like, it's not painful enough to take medicine because I need a refill on my prescription, so I'm just sort of dealing with it.
Wait, what happened? So I missed that part.
I've had a low-level migraine all day.
Sorry.
You should be. I really wish I could turn
Is
this
it-
fucking
is it
easy
named
hyper
Coffee?
combo. Yeah, its name is Paul.
Oh.
I really wish I could turn this fucking easy mode bullshit off. Because that is one thing that I would say is a valid criticism. Or like here, if I just mash the light punch button over and over again, I'll automatically do like an 8-hit air combo. Which is, you know, the argument I guess is just don't use that, and that part I don't, but the part where I accidentally do hyper combos because I accidentally hit 2 buttons at the same time, that's like less, you know, something that I can just not do because I do it on accident.
Do unfly combos.
Hey Joe, you know why his eyes look like that?
Why?
Because he has an astigmatism.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you're in that cube. That's good.
No, that's bad. So
Oh.
that's one of the Infinity Stone effects, which is
What does
another
that
thing I
mean?
like about this game is it brought back the stones. So
I
there are
wish it
6
was the Power
Infinity.
Stones.
There is a Power Stone. That is one of them. So there are 6 Infinity Stones.
Like, wait,
and-
like the one from the Capcom games.
No.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I want them to bring that game back.
It's
They
Easter
should bring
eggs.
that game back. So there are 6 Infinity Stones that hold the power of the cosmos or whatever. There's a lot of that in
Okay.
the Marvel Universe. And you can use them in fights. And so the Space Stone, when you use it, it restricts your enemy's movement because you control space. So it puts that box around you and you can't get out of it until the
Oh,
effect wears
cool.
off. Yeah, it's it's not great.
So I've been playing the new Metroid.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Metroid game.
Suitably Metroidy.
It's exactly what I wanted.
There you go, Anthony.
It does what it says on the tin.
Yeah. So yes, suitably Metroidy.
Oh yeah,
More so than
that's a
other
nice
M.
picture. I didn't play that, but my understanding is yes.
Well, I played it and it was hot shit garbage. So
Well, this is definitely better than that.
all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look. I got a theme. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here because I'm just getting annoyed and I have like a super early meeting at work tomorrow. So we're gonna end this.
We're not even gonna play
here.
Overwatch.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
So, thanks everybody who came and hung out for a bit, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully, we'll do a Genesis or Genesis isn't next week. We'll be back, and yeah, thanks for
So I
watching.
hope I live over the weekend.
I hope
Hopefully,
you do
Paul
too,
doesn't get
Cobb.
trampled to death by an angry mob on Friday.
Can
Or
work
by
one
a
more
happy
night.
mob.
By an angry Kurt.
No matter how much you beat me to death with your baseball bats, when you find out that we actually have more Super Nintendos and we're not lying, even though everyone's accusing us of lying, I don't have Super Nintendos inside of me.
Well, until we bust you open like a
You're
pinata,
not like a
how will we know?
Exactly.
I'm smuggling them out of the store.
Distrust but verify.
Yeah. And I didn't
True,
say
but-
say beat to death with baseball bats. I said, I very specifically said, gets trampled to death.
So when the coins pop out of you,
Jesus. Okay, good
is
night,
it a
everybody.
random amount